Hello, 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 and good morning, my fine people. Or good afternoon, actually. It's noon Central Time. So, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're viewing from. So, today, what I thought we would do is start off familiarizing ourselves with the markets, the crypto markets. More specifically, today, the Bitcoin market. And as you can see, the markets are happy. The markets didn't wake up and choose violence today. So we're in good shape. Bitcoin is at $102,460 a coin. Uh, Congratulations to all the people that bought Bitcoin when it was under $1 or under $100, because it was there for a really long time before it finally decided to take an uptick to $102,479, which is pretty amazing. For sure, it's going to go higher. So let's start off with that this morning. Familiarizing yourself with the crypto market. Because if you're going to start collecting crypto, you're going to want to know what the market is. With the faucets and stuff that I'm going to teach you guys how to use, you'll get more crypto when the markets are low. When the markets are high, you'll get less. That's the way it works. And how those faucets work actually is they get paid for advertising. So when you use their faucet, they're getting money because they're getting paid for the clicks, the views, right? They're getting the advertising money. And then what they're doing basically is just giving you a little bit of the advertising money that they receive on their site. So that's how they make money. So anyway, getting back to the crypto markets, coinmarketcap.com is what we're on right now. That's the page that you guys see. And it's got all the information you'll ever need to know about every crypto. If we just go over here to cryptocurrencies, click on this tab, it brings up every cryptocurrency that you can buy on the market right now. Every one of them. And there's a lot. But so how this grades them is by market cap. The higher the market cap, the more that coin is worth, and the higher it goes on this chart. So Bitcoin right now is the number one coin. Ethereum by market cap is the number two coin. Tether doesn't really count. Tether is a stable coin. We'll get into those. But Tether's a stable coin, so it's not really considered a cryptocurrency. XRP is the number three coin by market cap. BNB would be the number five coin. So as you can see, it goes down the list. Now, if you're new to crypto and you want to start collecting crypto, what I would suggest is probably staying within the top 20 coins. So anything above a Ton coin is coins that I would concentrate on or look at to collect. I really wouldn't mess with. And right now, actually, the government is coming up with new regulations for crypto. So until they come up with new regulations for crypto, I would absolutely stay away from any kind of like meme coin, because I think that they're going to get hit hard by the government. So I'd stay away from them. But okay, getting back to it. So are there any questions yet in the stream? Anybody in there that has a question? All right, we'll move on. All right, so I really want to wait till other people join before I start getting into to the free ways to earn crypto. So if you're watching this later, I'm sorry, it just doesn't seem like I have very many people in chat at the moment. So, but when it occupies, hopefully soon, we'll get some people and then we'll go over the free ways to earn crypto. But we can talk about crypto for now. I'm just amazed at the movement that crypto is making right now because the economy hasn't really recovered yet. We still have all the problems with the tariffs. And as long as the problems with the tariffs persist, there's going to be problems with the markets, all the markets. It's affecting the crypto market. It's got them all going. But 102,509 for Bitcoin, I'll take it. That's great. I'll take that all day long. I can't wait till Bitcoin hits $1 trillion or $1 billion a coin. Because that way, that day, every Satoshi will be worth $1. So that'll be amazing. Don't know that it'll ever get there, but if it did, that would be not, it won't in my lifetime, that's for sure. But I don't know. My nephews might be really happy. Like, Uncle Dave left us billions of dollars. But yeah. So let's look at another coin while we're playing around here. I want to look at XRP. So XRP's been around for a while, but it had big problems in the beginning. What happened was the government decided to go after XRP more so than any about XRP and started going after XRP, trying to just completely kill the whole project, really. And they filed lawsuits against them saying that they were selling securities, even though they weren't. They have a test called the Howey test that you use to determine if something is a security or not. And XRP doesn't come anywhere close to passing that, or passing the Howey test and becoming a security. So that was bunk from the beginning. But XRP ended up spending $200 million defending themselves in the lawsuit, which they eventually won. And then after they win it, you figure the government would leave it alone. Okay, good enough. We tried. Nope. They went ahead and brought another suit against them right away. So it was crazy. And what that did is they kept the price of XRP down really, really low. And it just now actually will look at that. Let's look at the past month. You can see the data there now. You definitely see it there. Yeah. You'll see what happened here. Around the 9th of November, the case against Ripple Labs, that's who runs XRP. That's the devs of XRP. That's when the lawsuit ended right there. And then you see what happened right after. Let's see. So right here, it was selling at, roughly 55 cents a coin. And then as soon as they announced that the lawsuit was over, actually the lawsuit, I think, was over here. That's when it actually one stop. Here we go. On the 26th, it looked like, is when the lawsuit ended. And then the price just shot up to, overnight, it shot up to $2.71. So that was awesome. And then it's just been running, as you can see, kind of flat, going down a little bit, but it's looking good. Looking good. Whenever you're in doubt about any crypto, just zone out. Go back. Look. See? So we go to its all-time, and you can see that it's almost reaching its all-time high again. So whenever you're in doubt about a coin, just zoom out, go to the all-time tab on there, and look at it from a distance. And oh, my chat's turned off. Uh-oh. All right. Yikes. How do I turn my chat on? Hold on, guys. Sorry, I just found out my chat's off. I'm going to my... Hold on, trying to fix that now. Trying to fix it now. Hold on, guys. We are having tough technical difficulties. Difficulty time. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Give me a second. What? All right, under customization. There we go. Oh, I see what the problem is. Hold on. I'm fixing it. Hold on. There you go. I fixed it. I fixed it. Now you guys should... Oh, live chat's on. Should be anyway. So if somebody could check it for me, I'd appreciate it. Oh, actually, I'll check it real quick. Everybody, if you refresh, maybe the chat will come up. Yep. Yay. Hey, there you go, Mr. Coop. Cool. Awesome. All right, guys, we fixed that. I see what happened there. Okay. I'll just have to pay attention. I don't do that again. Second. All right. Very cool. Hey, guys. Good to see y'all. We'll pretend like that whole first 14 minutes never happened. Okay. We're starting fresh from here. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning of this, we're at coinmarketcap.com. And what I was explaining was, if you're going to start collecting cryptocurrency, you're going to want to keep an eye on what the prices are. So if you come to coinmarketcap.com, you'll be able to find out anything about every crypto in the world is on this site right here. And if you click on a certain coin, it'll pop up in the it'll pop up like this. And that gives you a breakdown of that coin. And it starts with a 1-day chart, but you can go up here and move it to a 7-day or 1 month, 1 year, all time. And it's just to keep that going. Keep it in your mind where everything is every day. Temu Crew Raid. Thank you, Temu Crew. Love you guys. So, all right. So once you familiarize yourself with crypto, what you're going to want to do is come to the cryptocurrency list of all the cryptocurrencies. And as I was saying, if you're going to collect a cryptocurrency, I would go with one that is in the top 20 of the cryptocurrency market. And this is by market cap. So every coin here is rated by market cap. And you can see that Bitcoin is the top dog with what, $2 trillion? It's hundreds. Millions. Yeah, $2 trillion market cap. That's a lot of money. Whew. So start familiarizing yourself with cryptocurrencies, just the different ones, so that when we talk about them, you'll have a better understanding as to what exactly I'm talking about. Okay. And since we talked about that, let's go ahead and look at what we came here to look at today, and that's how to earn free cryptocurrency. Now, if you guys want to, I put a link in the description, and actually, let me drop it in chat. Let me do that. So I'm going to drop a link in chat. And what this is going to do, let me see here. Hold on. Chat. There we go. I'm going to drop this in chat. This is a link. And please use this link. It doesn't cost you anything, but I actually get a referral bonus if people use my link. So I put it in chat, but it's also in the description. And that's going to be for Coindepply. And that is the site that we're going to talk about today, where you can earn free cryptocurrency. Let me go ahead and change my screen to that. Replace screen. There we go. All right. So this is, like I said, if you want, go to the link that I gave you guys, and you can pull it up and follow along. And I'll give you a minute. Like I said, it's free. Not only is it free, they pay you to use their website. So it's really good. I'm having perform. This is what happens when you mine with your computer. Because I mine crypto with my computer. So I'm mining crypto as we talk. So I'm earning money while we talk here. But it causes performance issues. So yeah. Let's see. All right. So right now we are in the getting started guide. And these just show you the different ways to earn money on this site. You can claim from the faucet, watch videos, view paid ads, and complete surveys. Those are just all the different ways that you can earn money on here. So let's talk about those. You will roll the faucet. So once every hour, you'll be able to come over here, and when you go to earn coins, it's the very first one, roll the faucet. And what you do is you just come here and click this button, and it'll give you a CAPTCHA, and you'll click the CAPTCHA. When you do that, you'll get coins. Now, these coins are the website coins. They're not worth anything to you anywhere other than this website, okay? So let's close that. So what it did was it added the coins right here to my coins. All right, let me go check. I can check it here. All right. So you see right now I've got what, 17,725 coins, which then they show you is equal to $1.77 cents. And over here, it's going to show you how much Bitcoin that's worth. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I just sent all the money out of here into my account. So I have very little money in here at the moment, but I have gotten hundreds of dollars worth of crypto off this site so far. So anyway, like I said, you can do that once every hour, and then it'll give you a countdown timer here as to when the next hour you can come and do that. Okay. And every day, a 24-hour period that you come in here and do that, what it does is it gives you extra points for coming in. So I can show you that. Let's see if this pops up quickly or not. Sometimes it's a little slow. A loyalty bonus, that's what it's called. So yeah, I'm not going to show you that because it's going to take too long. But they give you a loyalty bonus for every day that you come in. So every time you roll that faucet, eventually whatever you see there, if it says you got 500 points, it'll be 1,000 points because they'll double what you got with your loyalty bonuses. So anyway, this is pay to clicks. This is another way to earn on here. It says view pay to click ads, PTC ads. And what you would do is just simply come down, click on it, and then we're going to watch whatever ad pops up. Hopefully you guys don't even see the ad, right? But it'll give you a timer for when it's done. And it's not working on here because I've got, yeah. So we'll just, well, no, we won't. We'll skip the ad. But that's how this works. You just come down through here and click all these. It's not working on my computer right now, I think because I'm streaming and it just won't go to another. Yeah, so it's not going to show you guys because I'm streaming. It won't do it. So we'll skip it. But it's really easy. Like I said, you just come view the ad. It tells you how long you're going to view it for, 40 seconds. You view it and you'll get however many points it tells you you're going to get. You'll get 25, 31 coins. So that's just another easy way to earn on this site. You can do surveys. Okay, over here it says surveys. So you can complete surveys. And I have huge tips for completing those surveys. Okay. So what you want to do before you go to any survey site on here is take time and look up what is the best demographic to be in. And if you look that up, they're going to tell you like between the age of 25 and 50 years old, you'll have to make over, how much is it? Over $100,000 a year, right? You can't really lie about where you live because they can check with your computer when it signs in. They know where you live, so you can't really lie about that. But other than that, what you do is you create a character. And I use a lot of these sites, so I actually have a binder with fake people that I've made up and age, around 25, 26, 28, something like that age. I say that I make 200,000, and it's always good if you have 2 children. So make sure that write down that you have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Write down their birthdays though, because what they do is you can lie all you want on those survey sites because all they check for is to see if they want to see if you're being consistent. So as long as you lie consistently, they will never catch you lying. So that's the important thing to remember when you use survey sites. If you're over 50 and you put in the truth about your age and everything like that, you will never, ever, ever get a survey or good. I mean, you'll get one every now and again, but once you hit the age of 50, they're just not going to give them to you anymore. And I speak from experience. Believe me, I've done so many surveys for money in my life that, I have it down like a pro. So like I said, Just create a character. If you had an old account with one of those sites, get rid of it, come up with a new email address and everything, and use your new email address and just come up with a persona, a guy, woman, or a man, and just make sure your age range and everything fits the main demographic. Easy way to find out what the main demographic that they're looking for is Ask Grok. They'll tell you exactly what they're looking for. Salespeople. Okay, so that's what you do, and then you'll actually start getting on. Then you'll start getting them. All right, let me refresh on this. All right. All right, let me go back to chat. All right, guys. Sorry, I was away from chat for a little bit. I'm back. If you have any questions up to this point, ask. Feel free to ask. Okay. So, getting back to this. All right. So, my favorite thing to do this with this site is just to put it on autopilot. That way, you literally don't have to do anything. Okay. And what you'll want to do for that is come over here to where it says earn coins at the top, go down to offer walls, click on offer walls. That scroll down till you see MM wall. And any site that you use that uses MM wall, you can do the same exact trick. It's awesome. I love it. So we're gonna, I'm sorry, coughed. We're gonna open MM wall. And right up here in the corner, you'll see oh, wait, I have to change my screen for you guys. Or you guys are not gonna see MM wall. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Boom. Okay, so once you get to MM wall, you'll see here in the corner where it says PS Tube. You'll want to click that. And let me change again because it changed again. All right, hold on. And we'll change that to that. PS Tube. Share. All right. So what you did when you hit that button in the corner is then it brought you to this page here, which is PS Tube. And I love cooking, so I click on the cooking and watch cooking videos on here, right? But you just set your laptop up, or you can even do stuff like this on your cell phone. So you just set your laptop up or your cell phone up to watch these videos and just let it run. You don't have to do anything. You can go to sleep. You can go to church. You can do anything you want, and this will run. And as it runs, in the top corner here, a number will come up and it'll be a counter and it'll start at 0, obviously, and go to infinity. But every 100 points that you get, it just automatically transfers the money over to your CoinDeply account. So this is 100% autopilot for that account. As long as you're watching videos over here, you're making money over there. So what you can do is just set your laptop up on this all day long and just let it run while you're not using your laptop or your cell phone. Like I said, a lot of this stuff you can do on your cell phone. So let's get back to what we were talking about in the beginning here. Go back to CoinDeply. All right. There's CoinDeply and share. All right. So like I said, that's my absolute favorite hack, is using that. All right, did it not? All right. So let's get back to Coin Apply here. And we'll go back to earn coins. What else can I show you on here? Oh, when you get an account here, they're going to ask you for your email. And every now and again, they send you an email and it will have a promo code in it. And then you'll just come down here to redeem promo code and type in whatever the promo code is they gave you. And then they give you free coins. And it's actually quite a bit sometimes. So let's see, what else do we have? That's about it. Yeah. All right. So are there any questions? Let's see. We'll go back to roll the faucet. And there you go. We got 48 minutes before we can do that again. All right. Awesome, Donna. So like I said, you can make hundreds of dollars in Bitcoin on this site with auto faucet or with automatic mode, just like I showed you where you run videos. So if you're hitting the faucet and you're doing the pay to click ads and you're using the video hack that I showed you, you will literally make hundreds of dollars worth of Bitcoin on this faucet. So then what do you want to do with that Bitcoin, right? Well, you could just spend it, and we'll go over ways to spend crypto, because a lot of people I know think that, oh, cryptocurrency, it's like a fake money or funny money or something like that, and you can't spend it. That's a huge misconception that people are under, is that there's no way to spend your crypto. Well, they announced today, Steak and Shake, that all the Steak and Shakes in the United States will be now accepting Bitcoin. So you can literally just go into a Steak and Shake and pay it with Bitcoin for your food now. What else can you do with it? You can get certain bank accounts. Like I have a bank account where I can put crypto into my bank account and then just use my card from that crypto company to pay for anything where Visa and MasterCard are accepted. So they put it on a Visa card for you. And then you can just use it anywhere you want, right? So the really cool thing about that is, and also online, there's also stores online where you can pay with Bitcoin. All right. So that's what you do with the Bitcoin that you earn here. Eventually, because they just changed the law where banks are now allowed to hold, they're allowed to custody crypto, sell crypto, and buy crypto. And the banks have been really funny about it. They're making you buy Bitcoin from them, and then you can only sell to them. So if your bank offers something like that, I wouldn't do it. It's one way or another, you're going to get ripped off. I don't like that at all. I want to be able to sell my crypto wherever I want to sell my crypto. That's one of the best things about crypto, is that you can do that. So I don't know. You got any questions, Donna? Let's chat for a while, guys, huh? Let's chat about what they were talking about over there in Georgie and Coop String this morning. I saw that one guy. They were talking about like how Lynette and John are abusing the system, and I 100% agree with that. That's abuse of the system like I've never seen before. How do they get away with it? Because I know people that really, really need disability money, right? And they have to jump through all kinds of hoops to get it and keep it. Every year they have to go in front of a review board to make sure that they can keep it. It ain't right, and John and her get it like that, and they're clearly not disabled, not physically anyway. An argument could definitely be made that they're mentally disabled. Everybody in that crew actually is pretty well mentally disabled, I'd say. And I actually feel sorry a little bit for a couple of them, to tell the truth, like Stupid Dave and Thomas Collins. I think that those guys are literally cognitively impaired, like from birth. I don't think there's any fixing that. And it's just sad. So I feel sorry for them. I almost feel kind of maybe that they got suckered in a little bit by the others, and they're just trying to make friends and be cool. I guess is the best way to say that. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But they're definitely abusing the system. But anyway, during that conversation, I saw somebody was talking about how they weren't working and how they wish that they could work. And I 100% agree. That's why I do what I do, is because I didn't want to just sit here all day long now that I can't do what I, used to do anymore. I don't want to sit here all day long and be a suck on society. I don't want to ask for the government's money or the government's blessing to have money and the little bit of a pittance that they will give you, because it isn't really enough. It's sad how little we give people that do truly need it. The government, I think, could step up and do way better and give them a better way to find that to people. It's horrible. And it really does. It makes me. I had a friend that was mentally and cognitively disabled, and she was that way from birth. And I'd say, talking to her, it was about like talking to an 8th grader. And she used to live. There was a real nice lady down the street that allowed her to live with her and kind of took care of her because she needed somebody to take care of her. Like I said, all her thoughts were like an 8-year-old would have. But anyway, I befriended her and found out like how much money that she was making a month, and how they were giving her $9 a month for food. I was like, $9 a month? What are you supposed to do with that? A loaf of bread and a pack of bologna? And what's that supposed to last you? It's insane that ever make an income, any kind of income. I used to let her cut my grass. She really enjoyed that. And I'd pay her way more than what she, should have gotten for it. But, it was, and that was one thing about her, though, is that she never asked people for money. People would just give her little jobs and pay her cash for them. And, that's the only way that she had money to do anything with. Because if it wasn't for people doing that for her, the government definitely didn't help that poor girl. So then it just, when I see other people abuse the system like that, it really does. It makes me sick. It really is. So, but that guy in there was talking today about how, I'm sure you heard, if you were in there, Donna, you saw it, about how he didn't want to, become a suck on society or anything like that, and wanted to make his own way. And that's what this is for right here. This is how you can make your own way. Like we all know, doing stuff like this, if you've done anything like this before, it doesn't make a crazy amount of money. It's what you do with the money that you make from here that could potentially make you a ton of money. Like, let's see. I don't really want to brag about like how much money I make or anything like that, or brag about how much crypto I have. I don't want to sound like that or come off like that at all. And I'm not trying to make it sound like I have a lot too, because I don't. Okay. But having some is a lot more than others that have none. And I just don't want to come off like that. Right. So what I'll say is that you can easily wake up one morning and be up $200 or $300 overnight. It happens all the time. Although the inverse happens too, where I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be down $200-$300. And that happens all the time. So you're going to have to be patient. You can't rush things, that's for sure. The market is the market. The market's going to move at its own speed and do what it wants to do. But if you hold your crypto long enough and you pick the right cryptos, I can tell you for a fact that you will make money. It's a guaranteed thing. I mean, let's go back and look again really quick at that one chart that I want to show you guys. And how do I do that? Let's see. Yep. Oh, there. Yep. All right. Let's go back here. All right. So I want to go back to the charts. Cryptocurrencies, yes. Yeah, let's go back to Bitcoin. So we can look at this again. Like I said, when in doubt, zoom out. So we'll go to all time. Now imagine buying crypto back here, or here, or here, or here. At $4, you could have bought crypto. Bitcoin, bought millions of them. And then today, you'd be here. So people that say, oh, crypto is really volatile, don't get involved with crypto. It's so volatile. Well, you see, yeah. Short term, is it volatile? Heck yeah, it is. Every day the price changes, and you don't know if the crypto market's going to wake up and choose violence or to choose to be nice. You just don't know which one it's going to be that day, right? But as you can see, when you zoom out, it's not volatile at all. It just goes up. That's all it does, is go up and up and up and up. So if you don't think that crypto is going to continue to go up, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's going to go up, and it's going to go to astronomical numbers. This is going to be the internet one day, right? And I'm telling you now that if you get over, let's say, 100,000 Satoshis, or no, over 1 million Satoshis, which is 1% of a Bitcoin, you will have more Bitcoin than some millionaires and billionaires will be able to buy in the future, because the price is just going to keep going up and up and up, and the scarcity is going to go down and or up and up and up. The scarcity is going to go up. The amount of coins is going to go down and down and down. Because you can see, total supply of Bitcoin is only 19.86 million Bitcoin. And that's not even a true number. That there are a lot less Bitcoin than 19.86 Bitcoin million. Some people had wallets they've had for like ever, and they lost control of their wallets. They either just lost their wallet, they threw it in the dumpster by accident, their computer got wiped. There's all kinds of reasons why you can lose Bitcoin. You could get hacked, but or people pass away and don't tell their relatives that they had. You know, could you imagine that? Your uncle dies and he didn't tell you that he had like 200 Bitcoin? Oh, that would kill me. That would kill. Luckily, I know none of my relatives are computer savvy enough to even think about cryptocurrency. So, but like I said, even though crypto is volatile on the macro level, like it moves around a lot day to day, right? Over time, it only ever goes up, and that's all it does. What would help, Donna? I'm sorry. So, what would help you a lot, Donna? I hate this delay on here. So, for the last, like, we got 15 minutes left probably of my stream. So, I definitely want to answer questions for you guys. So, any questions you have about that website, ask and I'll go over it. Also, something else I'm going to do, all the ladies that join my chat or that or subscribe to me and come in here and talk, I'm going to set you guys up as a separate group and call you my crypto queens. And you guys are going to get priority over everybody else. So when I set up my Discord, I'm going to set up a group for you in there. And any questions you have about crypto, you can ask me and I'll answer. I'll give you guys my best tips for sure. So you will be my crypto queens. And when I'm done with you, all the guys in your life will be coming to you for crypto advice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If your family didn't know you had it, and you, yep, yep. But believe me, that happened. So I got a buddy that's a computer guy. He owns his own computer company, and he had one of his customers come to him with a USB chip that he used to keep his Bitcoin on, and he had like 20 or 30 Bitcoin on it, and it got destroyed. And my buddy said that there was no way he could get the information off of it. So that's a 20 Bitcoin that I know that they don't know about that's gone now for good and it'll never come back. But if you're smart, you keep your crypto like I do. I have a private wallet for my crypto, but it's attached to the web, so or the cloud. So I can go to any computer in any country and anywhere in the world and access my account from the cloud. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Um Yeah, I'm gonna make benefits for people that come in here and participate and stuff like that. I have some really good tips that I'll give people that are in here all the time. Stuff that other people aren't gonna know about. Good ways to earn money. Because I know a lot of them. And we will discuss stuff like that in here. Not just crypto, but we're gonna discuss other ways to make money online. That's what I want to focus on. I want to get everybody where they're happy and making money. And if you're on disability, just I'm going to throw this out there. The government doesn't know about cryptocurrency that you hold. There are ways to move crypto around and it totally evades the government. And there's nothing they can do about it either. It's the way crypto's set up. That's what it's for. That was the original thing behind crypto was to keep the government at your business. So if you want the government at your business, crypto's your thing because you can move crypto all day long. You can spend crypto all day long. You can do all that, and the government has no idea if you don't want them to. If you want them to, they can know everything you know, everything you do. But there's two ways to do crypto. There's DeFi, and then there's the banking system. But you kind of have to have a hand on both. You know what I mean? because at one point, if you make enough money, you're going to have to let the government know about it because you're going to want to spend it, right? So, but when that comes, don't worry about it. I got you covered there too, because you'll move to Puerto Rico with me and we'll be able to live there tax free because they don't charge capital gains tax there. So you can move there and not pay capital gains. And yeah, you get to keep all your money and have a beautiful beach house in Puerto Rico. So that's win-win no matter how you look at it. But my voice is drying up a little bit, so let me run to get more water before I have another one of those coughing things like yesterday, for God's sakes. I'll be right back. Hey, Brad, I'm back. I got some water. I feel much better now. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm getting better though. See, I didn't have any like bad things today. I was able to keep my vocal cords liquefied with sparkling H2O. So anyway, yeah. So what I've noticed is women do not have nearly a large enough representation in the crypto market. It seems like everybody gears everything they do towards guys and women just don't get paid attention to. So I want to change that. I want a bunch of women in here and I want them all to know more than the average crypto trader, period. Yep. I mean, it's power. It really is power. Being rich, I don't care what anybody says, being rich gives you power. Having that money, you can do a lot with that money, especially when you got big money like Gates or Musk or anybody like that. That's FU money. They can do whatever they want. They don't have to care. That's the kind of money I want. And that's what everybody should want. I mean, power is a good thing, and money definitely gives you power, gives you purchasing power, gives you political power. Clearly, so yeah, it's a good thing, and women should have more representation in the crypto industry. And I'd love to see that. I think everybody needs to be in. This is the poor man's way of making it out right here. Crypto. Oh yeah, women definitely need something like this. But there are plenty of women in the actual crypto industry that are engineers and are developing the blockchains that we're all using. So they're in the industry. They're not just, it's just an advertising thing, it seems to me, that they're really missing out on. They're not reaching out to women, and they should. I mean, if let's just say you're married and you're not specifically happy with your situation, it'd be nice to have your own crypto. And yeah, exactly. It gives them security. You got your own crypto. You can do what you want to do. And like I said, if you have an account like mine, I can access mine anywhere in the world as long as I have a computer or a cell phone. I can access my money, and that's a good feeling. I don't have to worry about, oh, they don't have a bake branch in this country. What do I do? No, I've got my wallet. That's all I need. Or I've got my phone. That's all I need. I can have access to my crypto. So that's ultimate security right there. And nobody has to know about it unless you tell them. Not even the government. Like I said, my wallet, the government has no idea I have my wallet. There's no phone number attached to it. There's no name attached to it. There's no email attached to it. It is just a numbered account. That's it. And that's what a lot of the best crypto wallets, that's what they are. It's just a number. So I'm sure that the government's going to try to get funny with that, but there's no way they can stop it. It's impossible for them to stop. So that's going to be a thing forever. So, but I guess we should start wrapping the show up because it has been an hour. Don't know what we'll discuss tomorrow. Let's see how I feel. Let me think. I tell you what, I'm going to give everybody time to get comfortable with that one site, because when I started adding sites, I started adding them too quick, and I was getting confused in between the different sites, like what options they had and all that. So I think I'll probably wait before I give you guys another one of those videos like today's where I showed you a website. We'll wait on that. Maybe we'll go over some cryptocurrencies tomorrow. And no problem, Donna. I love teaching or helping people out. Like I said, it's a tool, and it's a tool that people should use. The more you know what I mean? They're all tools for people. And if I help people out and people make some good money on it, then that is all I look for, is to help people out. So if I help you or anybody else, that'll make me happy. I've done what I came to do. So start collecting that crypto. Let's make you some money. I'll set you up with a plan. I'll hook you up with a personal plan for you, depending on your risk tolerance. And let's all make some money. That's what it's all about. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream. It's been an hour. It's been fun. It's good to see you guys. Hopefully I see more of you tomorrow. And tomorrow I get my chat thing fixed. Because, yeah, that wasn't cool. What I did was, evidently I clicked for that it was okay for children, but I know I didn't. I'm almost positive I clicked the other button, but it is what it is. So it turned off my chat. But now I know to check that, because I didn't know that could even happen, that it would change back. So anyway, think about tonight, a good show for tomorrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.